Hey everybody. So I am here. It is now actually daylight where I live, and starting to get a little bit further with this event, the Skylark Gobi Event, which it's been really interesting. So I woke up a little bit earlier today and I was doing some orb harvesting. Um, So the largest orb that I've got up to is this epic level 7 orb. I have set off a few of the smaller orbs as I've gone, and I ended up clearing about this much of the map so far. And I was getting a little bit curious about, oh my goodness, how are we going to get more life flower sprouts? Because normally in these events we find a lot of these little fruit tree saplings fairly quickly, and then you can make fruit trees, and those fruit trees give you your sprouts. And everything I was harvesting seemed to give me these stone bits. So it's like, okay, what do I do? And then I healed a little bit more into the map, and I discovered that these piles of dirt almost always give life flower sprouts, and these bovine skull almost always give life flower sprouts. So I was like, okay, so maybe this is going to be my main source of sprouts, at least early on. And then I came to the giant lilips, and apparently these are also a great source of life flower sprouts, but also other things. Like when you click on them, the description says harvest to get life flower sprout and other things. So I was like, awesome, a ton more life flower sprouts. So now I feel like I've really got this going. I'm going to get my my tricolor flower is my goal for right now, to get that built up there so I can harvest that. Earlier, as far as my quests go, I also I got my Merge 5, and I got the, oh my goodness, what was the other quest? Got the Merge 5 quest. So the point that I'm trying to get to is now my top quest is to create the mythical rough orb, which is the highest level of the healing orbs in this game. And it wants 4 of those. So the higher level of life flower I can get, the more helpful that's going to be, because that will let me harvest higher level orbs, so things will build up much faster. Alright, but for now, I still need to get my tricolor flowers and harvest from those 55 times. So I want to be careful not to go above that tricolor level until after I get that quest finished up. I'm discovering I really like this event. At first, I wasn't positive. Like, I like the point items, so that's always nice. Like when you really like the design of the point items and the map landscape and all of that, because it just makes it easier and more exciting to harvest things. And every time I'm merging up my point items and seeing the new little creatures, the little critters that they're having me collect, it's like, oh, they're so cute, all the little desert animals. So that's very exciting to me. I don't know, maybe it's just easy to make me happy. I'm not sure. But we have been discovering some larger point items over here. So I think last night we did get as far as the Jaboa, which was a level 4. And this morning I got the Desert Fox, the level 6. And I'm looking, oh, the level 5 is the Cactus Bird. But I think these desert, oh no, I did not mean to collect that. Oh well, it's fine. I'm gonna have some stuff sitting in my camp. That's all right. But anyways, I think the foxes are super cute. So getting back over here, back to merging my flowers. I have started making merges with these desert grass and then the tumbleweeds just to get them off the screen faster. I feel like we have plenty of stone resources. I will be harvesting some of them, but right now, while my focus is getting to my life flowers, I think just merging them is going to be fine. We'll see. So, last night or early this morning, I said I have never finished a Merge Elfs event, which is true, but also a little bit misleading. I have collected all of the point items for these events before, but I've never cleared the entire map to get that little bonus chest and, whatever other goodies you get for healing all the land in this game. So that is something that I have not experienced, and I'm very much looking forward to it. I know in other merge games, the rewards for clearing the entire map are like a nest of eggs and sometimes a rare object or an object that you would normally have to pay gems or, in-game currency to get. So I'm really excited to see what, if I click on it, I guess if I click on the little treasure chest, it tells us. So we'll get some lithups for our camp. We will get an extra event trophy and a nest of star elf eggs. And I am willing to bet that completing these events is the only way to get those star elf eggs. So that is something I'm really looking forward to and hope I can accomplish on this event. I know playing Merge Magic, I've gotten it so I can beat a Merge Magic event in about 8.5 hours without putting in what feels like a lot of effort. I mean, it's definitely a lot of work, but, I have my strategy down. It's easy for me to get into my rhythm. I know what the cloud keys are from looking at them, unless it's a new event that we've never had before. So for me, clearing Merge Dragons events is really easy. But it wasn't always like that. I don't think I've completed my first Merge Dragons event until probably a year and a half after I had started playing. So there's definitely something to be said with being familiar with the flow of the game and sort of being able to anticipate what quests are going to be coming up. Because if you know what the quests are going to be, you have something that you can work towards. Like I know I need to wait to harvest certain things or heal certain things, or I can harvest and heal up to a certain point and build certain level of items, and then I wait. And then when the quest comes up that wants those items, I can quickly make them because I have the resources set aside to merge those really fast, which is nice. But I'm not there with this game. I am quite new here, all things considered. So figuring out, the quest and the order and sort of what the different events want that's part of the fun of it. You get a new merge game or a new game at all and just, get to spend a little while exploring it and feeling like you're a visitor in a new place and, getting settled in. And then once you're settled in, it's like, awesome, I know this game. I can, do what I need to do. And then it feels really good to finish events quickly and maybe try to do a speed run and improve your personal best time, those sorts of things. But for now, my goal is just to completely 100% finish a Merge Elfs event. That is what I'm going for. And when I started this weekend, it said, okay, I'm going to try my first event recording. I expected to see an event that I recognized and figured, I've gotten really familiar with the Sea Breeze event and the Forest event. So I felt like I was comfortable enough with the events to finally finish one. And then I open it and it was like, Skylark Gobi, that is not an event name I've seen before. So I sort of had to make a decision. Like, I'm going into a new event that I haven't done before. Do I still want to go with this full throttle and record it and see if I can completely finish it? And I decided, hey, why not? I'll go for it. Because even though it's not an event that I've seen before, the strategies are the same. And like looking at the quest list is probably going to be the same or very similar. It's like, I'm probably in a better position to finish this than I think I am. And I have gotten to a point where, here we go, we're going to harvest these guys down and see if we can get some more sprouts, life flower sprouts. But yeah, so I was like, I feel good about this. I think I'm in a decent position for this event. And so far, I have learned a few things that hopefully, if this event comes up again, I'll be able to use, and you watching this will be able to use also. So those small lithups, pretty much every time you merge them, you end up with this level 2 flower. So if you have lithups of the same color, you can merge them together. If they are not the same color, you can't merge them, unfortunately. But you can still harvest them down for that stone. But now I'm thinking about earlier when I had all of those lithups that I could have been merging and getting these level 2 flowers. But it's like I said, it has to do with being familiar with the event. Like, I came into this event not knowing a lot about it, so I made some mistakes early on that I probably would not have made if I had played this event before. So next time I come into the Skylark Gobi, I'm going to know that I want to merge those lithups. And the sooner I merge the lithups, the better, because then I'll get those higher level flowers quickly. Let's see, any merges on the perimeter that I can do? Taking a quick scan, coming around. Oh, I've got a ball cactus, got a column cactus, and got the little other kind of cactus. It disappeared before I could see what its name was. I've been calling it the ear cactus. I don't know, it looks like couple of little teddy bears or something with ears sticking up, so I don't know. I think it's kind of fun to make up nicknames for these little things. But alright, so we've got that going on, we've got this going on. We're gonna do a 5 merge with those sprouts. I am super close to getting my tricolor flowers. So when I do this, I always like to have pairs because I do active harvest, and it's a lot trickier to active harvest and be double tapping on flowers when you're trying to get both of your creatures to harvest the same flower or the same item, because then if you accidentally click on the creature, or you click on the item while one of them is harvesting it, they'll stop harvesting it, and it can get really frustrating, and it sort of feels like everything is in the way and it's a little bit clunky. But what I've discovered is I always try to go for the 5 merges to get 2 items, especially when it's a harvestable item. That way I can quickly tell my dragons what I want them to do, or my creatures. So right now, where I'm at is I have 4 of the level 5. The tricolor is the level 6. So I need 2 more of these red flowers to make 1 more purple flower, and that's going to get me what I need to make my tricolor flowers. So that is going to be my focus for the moment, and then after I get my tricolor harvests for that quest, then I will come back up here and get to work on making larger life flowers. Alright, I think I have what I need. So far I only have 4 of these little fruit tree sprouts. I was planning on doing some passive coin harvesting, gem harvesting, but I don't think that's going to happen in this particular event unless I unlock the secret of the fruit tree, wherever they've got them all hidden. Alright, so let's move all of these over here, and there we go, 2 tricolor flowers, and they're the only flowers that I have on the map that I know of. So then we get the dragons down here harvesting. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2. Let's see, so that's a 15 merge there. And then do a couple of 5 merges, get this going. All right, we are in good shape. So this is where the active harvesting is going to be important, because there is that area up there with all of those lithops and grasses that my creatures are going to keep wanting to go harvest. So I have to keep telling them, no, 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 you need to harvest down here. And that's okay, because I like the active harvesting. I always feel a little discouraged when I leave my phone running all night or all afternoon while I'm at work, and then I pick it up and I look at the passive harvesting that my creatures have been able to do, and it just looks like so little. It's like all day and this is all I have. I mean, it's definitely better than nothing, but I have a really hard time just letting them passive harvest when I'm in gameplay mode and I want to, play and merge and get my events going on. All right. So right now with those tricolors, we are not going to get any yellow orbs. We're not going to get any orange orbs. It's green and above. And one strategy that I really like using is the 10 merge. So I don't have to keep moving things around a lot. As they're harvesting, I'm counting what they're harvesting. And once there's 10, then I'll combine it and start moving it. So there's 8, 9, 10. And so we'll put that together. And I do have one turquoise orb to make the 5 merge there. There we go. So then I don't feel like I'm shuffling things around too much. And the other problem with shuffling things around a lot is that's when you make accidental merges. That's when you accidentally tap on things like point items, like I did earlier. I also accidentally tapped on an orb this morning that made me a little bit sad. I think it was a blue orb, so wasn't too bad. But I tend to get more and more careful the higher level item I'm working with. If you accidentally set off a green orb, it's no big deal. I mean, at this point, those are fairly easy to come by. But if I accidentally set off a level 7 or 8 orb, that one hurts a little bit because you put a lot of work into getting that one. But yeah, so at this point, I'm just trying to get all of my harvests on these tricolor. I'm at, 38. So get these guys going. 5, 6, 7, 8. 9 and 10. Alright, pull this over for the 5 merge, slide these over for the 5 merge, get back down here, you. So that's one trade-off. As you build higher and higher level flowers, they go through this sort of wave of productivity. So when I had the level 5 flowers, they were harvesting really fast, but they were only harvesting the orange orbs. Now I have got the tricolor. The harvesting is going slower, but I'm getting higher level orbs. And in the past, I always find myself wondering, does it make more sense to keep the lower levels of the flower? Like, do you harvest enough lower level orbs fast enough to equal the higher level orb? And I've done a couple of experiments with it. Let's see. I've got harvest from the desert nest level 5 is my next quest. So that means I need to build up that quest harvesting item, and then level from it, harvest from it 100 times. So yeah. And let's see, here's my little reward star. What was I saying? Oh yes, so I keep wondering and thinking, should we be doing the faster harvest from the lower level flowers, or does it make sense to try to get the highest level flower you can? And I feel like it's a diminishing returns sort of thing, where you have to overcome that diminishment, if you will. So it's like, if I was just going to keep the tricolor flowers, no, I don't think that's a really good use of my time based on the couple of experiments I've done with it. But I don't plan on staying here. I'm going to go up to the level 7 and hopefully even the level 8 or 9 of the flowers. And once you get that next level, so that level 7, it makes it worth it because now you're harvesting the higher level orbs faster. But you do have to sort of get past that hurdle of when the harvesting is slower. So let's see. Really, really liking these lithops. Trying to do some 5 merges with them. See if we can get some of those level 2 flowers. All right, there's another red one. Very nice. Yeah, got my purple lithops. Merge that up. And I think for right now, I just want to harvest down what I have healed and see what level of life flower that gives me. And then decide if I want to heal a little bit more or if I want to go for my level 9 orbs. I definitely think that second quest that wants me to harvest the point item, the thing that gives the point items, that desert, let's see, what is it? The desert nest. That is probably going to wait until most or all of the map is healed. It depends on how much healing I'm going to get out of the orbs that I make. Let's scatter these around. All right. So yeah, we'll have to see how that goes, and I expect that I'm going to get to that either later tonight or tomorrow morning. Let's see, put that right there. Bring this over here. Looks good. All right, so it looks like I harvested all of those sort of the little piles that give the lithops. So now I don't mind merging these tumbleweeds, I don't think, because it keeps looking more and more like there's going to be a lot of stone on this map. So I feel pretty comfortable with how much stone there is. Maybe I'll be doing some passive stone harvesting this event. Instead of worrying about building up my gems, build up my stone. So in camp, I want to work on my stone storage and my gem storage. And having plenty of stone would help with either of those. So it might not be a bad thing that this map is very stony. I got a 5 merge with these green. Very nice. Gives me a 5 merge with those. So yeah, once I start to get higher level life flowers, I try not to keep the lower level ones around because then the creatures get distracted. They want to go over and harvest from the lower level ones. I don't know why they decide that the lower level ones are a better harvesting option, but they always seem to. Oh, what is that? That is a desert holly. Golden flowers are beautiful and moving. Golden things look beautiful, don't they? That was a nice little surprise. It's not mergeable, and I don't remember seeing a cloud key that looked like this. But we do have a couple of hidden cloud keys that we can't see the shape of the key that unlocks it. Actually, I think we only have the... Oh no, there are no hidden ones this time. So yeah, I think this might just be a decoration, but it's really pretty, so I'm gonna hang on to it. I can sit right over there next to my extra egg. That was a nice little surprise. All right, let's see. So let's go ahead and tap the star, see what I get out of this. Merge those up for a higher level point item. I have some turquoise orbs we can sort of weave into what I'm doing over here. A couple lower level flowers over there. All right. So yeah, for right now, I'm just going to work on collecting all of this stuff down into one spot where it should be, and then I'm going to start orb harvesting pretty furiously. So I will probably check in later today once I have a couple of the larger orbs and I'm possibly ready to heal another chunk or two of the map. I've still been sort of looking around at the cloud keys to see if I can start to recognize any of them. I'm pretty sure this one is one of the lithups. I have no idea if it cares what color it is. Then this one definitely has some cactuses floating around it. I don't think it's one of the disappearing point items like this island right here, or this oasis. After I harvest that disappears. But I wouldn't be surprised if it was one of the point harvesting items that stays around. Or even if it's a point item itself. But I still haven't seen anything with that particular shape. Same thing back here. I would not be surprised if that was a point item. Yeah, no, doesn't match anything we have yet that I can tell. This one, it has sort of the rocky edges. I am willing to bet that that is stone of some kind. That might even be this stone right here. So I'm going to make sure I hang on to one of those and don't merge them all the way up. Because, yeah, I think that's exactly what that is. So we figured out one of the cloud keys. Yay. And possibly the lithup. This one, I still think that this is going to be the highest level of the thing that we harvest to get point items. So some variety of desert nest. Probably level 9. And actually, yeah, so up here we have one of those. So we've got this really, really high level nest. And if we look at the shape of the cacti around it, it looks like it's higher level than that one over there. So this probably isn't going to be the level 9. It might be a level 7. Would be fairly common. So yeah, keeping an eye on that. I am convinced that this is one of the higher level stones. I haven't done a lot of stone building in my camp, so I haven't seen the higher level of the stone, but just based on the blocky shape, I'm pretty sure that's what that is. This one over here could be stone, could be a point item, not positive on that one. And this one over here, I think definitely looks like a point item, but it's not one we've seen yet. It might be one of the lower level nests. So a nest or a point item. And then, yeah, in the two in the middle, we have already solidly said are from the berry chain. The one on the right is the highest level of the berry chain. and the one on the left is, I want to say, the level 6 or 7 of the berry chain. And I think they're supposed to be blackberries, but they always look like corn on the cob to me, like the black corn. Oh, there it is right there. So I think they're blackberries. But yeah, like I said, I always think they look like corn. So we're going to need that for our cloud key. And we're really close to healing it. So maybe, let's see. And that key actually isn't too far away from the edge. So my next couple of healing, I might work on getting those blackberries and then working my way up to that key to unlock it to see what we've got hidden under that cloud. And then the other thing, looking over here, so the shape on this cloud key looks like one of the bushes that we have in the forest items chain. So like the acorns and the other berries, but I haven't noticed any of those around on this map. So I'm curious if that is going to be underneath one of the other cloud keys. That happens pretty frequently, that they, will just hide something that you need under some other cloud keys, so you're not sure if you have it until suddenly you discover it and it's there and it's wonderful. Oh, I finally have 5 fruit tree sprouts, so I can make some elf orange saplings. These saplings are going to start making life flower sprouts for me. So we're just going to spread these guys out, give them plenty of space. And when we come back to those, there should be a bunch of little life flower sprouts hanging around them for us to merge up. Okay. So I think I was in the middle of, let's see, so we did that. And yes, this last cloud key over here, I'm sure this is probably the level 2 or level 3 of the nest, the desert nest. It has the same shape as the lower level ones. And I did heal when I was healing, so these are the level 1. When I was healing, I did heal this level 2. So I do really think that that other cloud key is going to be the level 3. It's the same shape, but it's just a little bit bigger and it's got a cactus attached to it. So yeah, that's what I'm expecting there. This cloud key sort of reminds me of the hills in camp. But I haven't seen any hills. So we'll see what happens with that one. Or is it a rock? It might be a rock. It is a rock. Oh, hey. And that gave us the level 3 that we need to unlock the other side. Let me put my rock back where it goes. Hop on over here. And this is why it's so hard to put these games down sometimes. As soon as you're like, I'm going to walk away for a second, all of a sudden they give you something and you're like, oh, now I have to stay and keep playing and see what else I can discover. So yeah, we've got a bunch more berries. We got another one of those yellow flowers. Oh, this is one of those items that if you watch a video, you can tell if you tap on it, the little ad icon comes up. So if we watch an ad, this is going to turn into something else, possibly that we will need or that we will need to merge. So I will watch those ads later. And when I check back in, we'll be able to see what those are. Got a bunch more berries. Add to our little berry collection. Another egg. Sometimes on these maps you're able to find enough eggs to make a third creature, but not all the time. So, yeah. Start moving things where I would like them. That way they're organized, especially with these really big maps. I like to keep things sort of clumped together. That way I can see what I have. There we go. Because it's really easy to lose something on the other side of the map and then think that you can't make a merge because you can't find it. And we found another petrified Skylark egg, so we can unlock that by watching an ad. And if we find a third one, maybe under another cloud key, then we'll have that elf floating around helping us. Let's see, and these golden leaves here also are not Deadland. In other events, these I would guarantee that these were Deadland. So, in the interest of saving my healing power, though, because these are 20,000, what I want to do is choose, like, probably heal these two, because it's 40,000 healing, which is still a lot, but then I can merge those over here, get a 5 merge with the golden leaves, and that will save me 80,000 healing. So as I'm setting off orbs, I want to be careful not to put any orbs in this area because any of that would just be wasted healing power. Oh my goodness. This looks like a big old mess. I feel like it's getting away from me. So I need to focus. I need to get these things merged together. There we go. Get everything cleaned up. Got some more of those lithops, which as long as the lithops are clumped together like that, they're not going to distract the creature, so I'm fine with that. I'm getting a bunch of these lower level orbs because I have some low level flowers up here. Let's see, I would like one more yellow flower. Alright, so we can do that, we can do that. We can put those together. Okay. Bring these down. Alright, so I don't mind having that level. Oh, I think something just happened. So I had 2 of these flowers here, and then now I only have 1. And the one that is missing now is the first one I discovered earlier. So I'm curious if, and now the elves are harvesting it. I am suddenly very confused by these flowers because earlier I tried to get an elf to harvest it and it wouldn't, and now it won't, which is fine. But it disappeared. So the petrified eggs don't disappear if you don't watch the ad right away. But I'm thinking maybe these yellow flowers are on a timer. So I'm going to pause recording, watch an ad on this yellow flower, and then bring you guys back so we can see what it's going to do. All right. So we are back and just checking. Yes, it is recording. So looking at this, we ended up with a golden leaf, which is awesome because it means I can heal that 8,000 land without having to focus on these 40,000 or 20,000 each just yet. So if I can find another golden leaf, I might be able to save all of that healing. But there was a little bit of a glitch while I was working on that. When I first tapped on the ads, they didn't start playing, which has happened to me before. And it was like, would you like to watch an ad to unlock this thing? And I said yes. And then it didn't start playing an ad, which is a fairly common glitch with this game. So I ended up shutting it down and restarting it, and that made it so it worked just fine. And since I was there doing it, I also took care of my second Skylark egg. But yeah, so that was a pleasant surprise. It makes me a little bit sad that I lost the other bush, because then I would have been able to unlock these 2 golden leaves already. But, it happens. So for those of you who might be new to this game, the golden leaves are sort of a premium currency. You can pay money to get golden leaves, and you can use them to buy things that you can't get in other ways. But you don't have to pay money for them. As you can see here, we get them during events, and you can earn them by playing levels on the world map. And sometimes as you heal your camp, there will be gold leaves hidden in the map that you uncover. So those are just different ways that you can get that currency without necessarily having to spend money on the game. I definitely agree with supporting game creators, especially for these games that are free to download. If you have one of these games that you love and you play it all the time, and if you can, buying a little bit of the premium currency or something like that does support the game developers and gives them the financial resources that they need to keep making new levels and new pieces of this game. And that's what keeps the game enjoyable for you to play. So I'm a strong advocate of, if you can afford it, do like paying for something in game, just, 1 or 2 small things every now and then, just to show your support and give the developers the resources they need to keep making this game that you really like. I mean, that being said, if you can't afford it, don't spend money you don't have on a game. Like, that is probably one of the worst uses of money if you are tight on money. So, yeah. But if you have it, it's really nice to show your support and let the developers know that you're enjoying their game, and, hopefully get those new events and new levels and things like that. All of those upgrades that we like to see, get some new creatures. I am not a game developer or a graphic designer, but I'm friends with a couple, and it is an expensive and time-consuming process to put together new materials for games like this. So that support is really meaningful. All right, so let's do a quick survey. After playing with the bushes and the eggs over there, I almost have everything that was out around here harvested down, so plenty of space. Hopefully I'll get some more fruit trees that I can put up in this area and get even more life flower sprouts. I was hoping to get some more tricolors, but I don't think that's going to happen without doing another heal, and I don't really want to do another heal at the moment. So I think what I'm going to do is say goodbye, finish harvesting this down, and see where I get with my flowers. Um, I don't know. I might do another heal. But I'm not going to make you guys watch me sit here and clean up all of this land. So I will check back in either later tonight or tomorrow morning, hopefully with most of my mythical rough orbs and possibly ready to start harvesting from a level 5 desert nest. Hope everybody has a great time with this event. Happy merging, and I will talk to you guys later.